What's up, YouTube? FD White back with another episode of FD White Invest. Welcome to the channel, man. Welcome to the channel. So, Ethereum. Let's jump right into Ethereum. It finally hit 4,000 as Coinbase Premium and Ethereum active addresses have surged. So, this was just a matter of time, in my opinion, before we started to get a nice little boost from Ethereum. So, hopefully, this can continue and we can continue our path forward for altcoin season because this cycle has changed a whole lot. Usually we saw Bitcoin, then Ethereum, then alts, then meme coins run. This year it's been like meme coin, Bitcoin, other coins, other coins, other coins, meme coins, Bitcoin, other coins. Ethereum is finally starting to catch a bid. So this is good to see. This is very good to see for the overall health of, from what I see, from my POV of the market. So I definitely think Ethereum is going to prediction at least double from here. Think we'll get to close to $1 trillion market cap, potentially. But we do have the ETFs coming in. We do have a lot of people who are very bullish on, on Ethereum. So let's start with some news. It says Ethereum hits 4,000 as Coinbase Premium and Ethereum active addresses surge. So we just talked about that. We see Ethereum starting to pull back a little bit this morning. We're at 39.84 coming in on the chart, but we're going to look at some charts a little bit later. Let's actually do that so we can make that bigger. So we'll come back to the charts, but I did want to look at this article here. We're just going to talk all Ethereum, and then we'll integrate and tie in how Ethereum is going to potentially lead the altcoins starting in January. So it says Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs pace healthy inflows, but BlackRock leads the pack. So we don't want to talk about Bitcoin. We know Bitcoin is doing pretty good. We want to talk about Ethereum. It says Ethereum ETFs at 41,414 ETH, with BlackRock accounting for 32,000 of it. So it says similar to the Bitcoin ETFs, ETH ETF saw a massive amount of inflows coming in cumulatively at 162.8 million. BlackRock's ETF added 32,000, which is approximately 126 million of that 162. So it just looks like, BlackRock is leading the charge when it comes to these crypto ETFs. And I do expect for more ETFs to be issued or administered next year. I think probably at least about 2 or 3, possibly 4. And we'll talk about that, excuse me, in a later video. But this is good to see. This is what I want to see. I want to see, the addresses start to pop up. I want to see more. Like we talked about before, we want to see more active addresses and premium Coinbase Premium addresses pop up. And then when it comes to the price action right now, like I said, we are hovering above this 39 to 4K level. So yesterday we did reach 4,100. So we got up to about, no, we got up to about 4,098. So this is good. But what I'm seeing right now on the chart, I'm on the 1 hour time frame. I really want to hold this red line here. Really, if we hold above this 39.50 level, let's actually draw it out for you guys to see. If we can hold this top here, hold that wick here, and it's also acting as a major or a nice little, we're not going to call it major, but it is, it's kind of major. It's kind of major because it does go back, in the past. But this 39.50 level excuse me, acted as resistance, got a nice little rejection. Then we retested it and finally broke through it. Now we are holding it as support. So I definitely want to hold this 39.50 to $39.60 level. Looks like we may be coming down to test it this weekend. So I would really like to see us hold this level and just possibly consolidate, consolidate and try for our next leg up to try to take out this high here. And once we get back above 4,100, I think the cycle high is, yeah, 4,095. So we basically came up to test this area here. So once we take this cycle high out, I think all time highs, which are coming in at about 40, let's say 4,800. We could just come back down here, 48.79. So about 4,900 bucks. I think that'll be taken out fairly quickly. And let's look at total two. So total two, if you don't know what total two is, it's everything excluding Bitcoin. If all the cryptocurrencies excluding Bitcoin. So this is the chart for that. So what I was looking at for this, I'm really bullish on this chart right here. Let's go to the weekly. Matter of fact, So I saw this huge cup and handle. So from 2022, once we started really getting into that bear market, we just been down, 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 down. Rounded bottom at around 454 billion. Then we came up to retest it, got rejected, consolidated, and then we finally blasted off. So I'm seeing a couple things from this chart that I really like. So the first pattern that I'm seeing is a nice, huge cup and handle. This is just a massive cup. Then we see the handle. Then we see the breakout. And let's see the target. If we take this from the bottom of the cup to the neckline over here, let's slide it over here. We'll be looking at a price target, or not a price target, a market cap target for total two at about $210 trillion for the total two. So this is basically the altcoin market, and this is what we wanted to see. And we also see, even if we don't take this cup, if we just look at this, also pull this, and this is our short-term target for this massive bull flag. So we took it from the bottom here at about, like I said, 485 billion, and we took it to the breakout, and we have a target coming in at a 1.7 trillion, which we're almost there. We're at 1.6 trillion right now. So another $100 billion coming in will almost, give or take, will almost reach our target from this massive, massive bull flag. So I'm really, really excited for the total market cap. Well, total two, everything excluding Bitcoin. I think we will reach that relatively soon. But really what I want to talk about in this video is how January, February, and March play out for Ethereum, which in turn will probably, carry over into the whole altcoin space. So what I did before we get into before we get into my to the one chart that I want to look at, I went to Chat GPT. Matter of fact, this is Perplexity AI, and I wanted it to make me a historical Ethereum chart outlining the prices and percentage gains and losses on January 1st and on January 31st, starting from 2016. So 2016 was when the coin actually went live on exchanges, and you can actually buy and sell it. So 2016, some of these prices may differ because of exchanges, and some of the historical data is a little off, give or take, but you can get a pretty much a good rounded overview of how that market was, or how Ethereum was during that month, and also during that year. So 2016 looks like we started at 93 cents. We went up to $2.30. So around $150 or 150% increase. 2017 from 8 to almost 11, 36, 34% basically. 2018, 755 to 118. I have seen this as high as 1400. So I think it was like 80%. This is only saying 50%, but like I said, it depends on which exchange you're using and things like that. I don't know if they're taking CME or if they're taking, where they're getting their information from, but it was at least a 50% move. But I seen it as high as 80. I think it was 80 because I think this was 1400. So we'll say from 750 to, let's just say 12 to 1400, which is, over 50% move. 2019, we did have a red month from the 1st to the 31st. We went from 133 down to 107. 2020, we went from 130 to 180, which is almost a 40% move. Then 2021, we went from 728 to 1300, which is another 80% move. 2022, this was our bear market. We went from 3765. The whole crypto market was going down. Then we went to 2688, almost a 30% move. 2023, we went from 1200 to almost 1600, a 32% move. And then this year, we had a nice little 7% move from 2300 to 2500. So January is historically a nice bullish month for Ethereum. So it looks like we're starting to gear up. If we have a green December, it seems like, or history is showing us that January seems like it will be bullish as well. And also, we're going over to coin lore. Let's actually make this a little bit bigger. This is really what if you haven't paid attention to anything in this video all the way, make sure you pay attention to this, because this is what I've really been looking at. So from 2016, we're just going to talk about January, February, and March. So this is really, really, really what I'm looking at. And this goes along with my thesis, because I said January, February, March is the time to really get aggressive. And then after that, I'm going to start getting a little bit defensive. So this is basically coming into my thesis and coming into my strategy. So 2016, green, green, green. This is March. This is January, February, March. 140%, 173%, 80%. So that's massive. 2017, 35%, almost 50%, 200%. 2018, we did have a green January, red, red March, red February, red March. 2019, we did have that that red January like we saw in the previous chart, but then we had a green February, green March. 2020, so we had a green January, green February, and it's 40%. I really don't take this one into account because we all know what happened March 2020. So I'm probably guessing this would have been green too because this was a halving year as well. So I think this one would have been green as well. So I'm just gonna discredit that one. I'm gonna take that one out. We're just gonna negate this 38% because everything crashed. So 2021, 80%, set 8%, basically 35%. 2022, we did have a red January like we saw in the previous chart, green February, green March. 2023, all green. 2024, all green for January, February, and March. So if we just look at this chart, January, February, March, we have 3, 6, and 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, 27 months. Out of 27 months, let's subtract this 2020 because we all know what happened in 2020. We only had 1, 2, 3, 4 months of red. Out of 27 months, we only had 4 red months. So this is what I'm really, really counting on for us to start to move in January for the whole market, for the whole crypto market, for the whole total market cap. And let's go back to total two. And once we took this, I want to take this and extrapolate this targeted move or this measured move from this cup and handle because we didn't talk about this. So if we pull that from the bottom and we take this to the neckline, this is taking us um oh, we did talk about this. We did talk about this. But this is 2.1 trillion. So this is my base case. This is my base case. So I think this is the minimum that the total market, the total two can go. And from where we are now, that's another 32% of market cap coming into altcoins. And I think we're gonna go, I actually think we're gonna go a lot higher than that. I actually really do think we're gonna go a lot higher than that. And to make a prediction of how high we can go total market cap wise, where are we at right now? Total market cap wise, we're at 3.57 trillion. And this is another cup and handle that we had on this. And even if we take, like, I'm not even going to draw the cup out. Well, I can draw it out, but even if we take this measured move here from the bottom, and let's see, go here, because this is, I could just draw this out really quickly. Just look at this. This is another cup and another handle. So if we take this measured move and pull it basically to this neckline, I mean, we're coming up, basically about $5.2 trillion. And this is also coming in line with my line that I drew. So I just really just took, so I can't predict. I can't predict. So sometimes I'm just drawing lines. Sometimes I just took this and I started from this point in 2021. Then we had this again in 2021. These two touch. So I just made these touch and I just extrapolated it out. Sometimes that's all we can go off of because we can't really predict where we're going. And what do we see here? This one is coming in basically basically right in line with this. Look at this. Basically right in line with this. So about 5.5 to 5.7 trillion dollar market cap. So I mean, that's still a huge move. This is still, so we looked at the altcoin market cap. So the total market cap, this is another what? This is another 60% of market cap if we come up to this targeted area here. So this is very, very bullish. This is very bullish. And I think this, from this move to this move, is going to happen very, very fast. I think it's going to happen very fast, man. So I just want everybody to be prepared, get positioned, because once this market starts to move again, we saw how violent it gets. We saw how FOMO sets in. We saw how your emotion starts setting in. Even people like me who've been in the space for a nice amount of time, even people who've been in the space longer than me, it just starts to get in a frenzy. It's a frenzy. So I want you to be positioned so you don't feel like you've been left behind. You don't feel like you've been, the market is leaving you behind. So make sure you are, like, even on some of these red days, we see coins that are acting strong. We see altcoins that have been strong. We see coins that have made massive moves. And a lot of these coins, like, we've been the legacy coins, the dino coins, we saw meme coins run. We haven't seen a lot of the other sectors or the lower market cap coins or the lower totem pole coins go crazy yet. I mean, they're climbing. Of course, they're climbing, but they still have low market caps. A lot of these have under $500 million market cap. Still, a lot of good projects and a lot of good sectors have under 500 million. I've seen some for 100 million. I've seen 200 million. So these coins can move and they can move fast, man. So I want everybody in a position just in case we do get that run. And this can be, we can go higher than that. This is just what I'm pulling and how I'm looking at my charts and how I'm trying to gauge, some of the moves that we can make and some of the percentage gains from when it comes to total market cap, when it comes to price predictions and things like that. This is just what I'm looking at. This is how I form a thesis. Like I can't just come and tell you with a 100% certainty this is going to happen. But this is just how I've been forming a lot of my thesis over the past couple years, and a lot of them have been playing out. If you've been watching me, you know a lot of my calls have been playing out. You cannot deny that fact. Go look at my video history. A lot of my calls have been playing out, a whole lot. So it's just something that I'm looking at and something that I'm trying to get ahead of and making sure I'm taking profit. So I have price points and market cap points where I do want to start getting a little bit more defensive and time points as well, like when we talked about this chart here, how we get March or January, February, March. These are historically very bullish for Ethereum. And I think if Ethereum is bullish, I think the total market, the total altcoin market is bullish. And I think that will precede, or altcoin season will precede that. And before we get out of here, let's just really take a look at Bitcoin dominance. So I think Bitcoin dominance has topped out. We lost this uptrend that we have been talking about for the past like year or so. Once we started an FTX collapse, we just been up, 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 up in this nice little upward channel, and we finally broke down. I really didn't get a retest. I really wanted to see some sort of retest on a high time frame. We did not get that. So I thought we were going to come up maybe back to 57, 58, make a higher low or a lower high rather, and then roll over even more. We may still do that, possibly going into the end of the year, going into the Santa rally, if we do have a Santa rally. But ultimately, I think we're going to come down, to this level here, mid 40s, possibly low 40s. Even if we come down to these cycle lows, at about 40, 39, 38 to 40%. I mean, altcoins are going to run. And this does not mean that Bitcoin is going to be crashing. It just means that, the dominance of the market won't just be fully, or won't be in Bitcoin that much. A lot of it will be going into altcoins as well. So it's looking good, man. It's really looking good. We're getting a lot of bullish news still coming out. So I just want everybody prepared. And I want you to hit that like and subscribe, because I'm daily uploading daily, and I'm on a bunch of different channels trying to bring my reach up and also get the message out, which is mostly the most important thing. So this is FD White. Make sure you hit that like, make sure you hit that subscribe. If you like to trade, I do have a few links in the description below to Bitunix, and I do have one to BYDFI, the two exchanges that I use to buy and trade crypto. And then if you want to be a funded trader, which if you can trade, this is the cheat code. If you want to become a funded trader, I do have a link to Breakout Prop Firm in the description below. So that'll wrap it up, man. Happy Saturday. Hope everybody has a good weekend. Don't take your eyes off the market. Go touch some grass. Make sure you're still staying in tune, because things are about to get wild, in my humble opinion. So I will talk to everybody in the next video. Have a good day. Peace.